minutes. Let's see who trickles in.
Yeah.
In. What's easy about this is you can see the if you go to YouTube, you can see the questions, or you can see the comments easier. I don't know if I can do it. If I can see myself here. So what's going on, dude?
Not a whole lot, man. It's been.
Oh, I gotta turn the volume down.
It's been a little while.
Dude?
Oh. Not a whole lot, man.
Yeah, it has.
All right.
This is gonna be
over there.
This is gonna be tough. I can tell you that.
This is it is gonna be bad. You know what? It's gonna be good. We got 2 viewers on here, so it's gonna be something. Or maybe that's us. That's us viewing.
Well, that's good. I'm hoping that might be just us.
I think it is.
Why? I don't understand why we can't just get this right. All right.
B, leave them alone.
Are you good?
We'll give a couple minutes. And
we have 4. Okay, that's good.
All right, so we got 2 people in here.
That's good. So I'm gonna turn this off. So, all right, we got 4 people here. Nope, Ken Litton.
Yeah.
At least here they don't have to do all that weird stuff where we can just see who they are.
That's true.
That's the good thing.
Yeah, Michael, it's not showing up on Facebook because somebody somewhere.
It's not going to show up on Facebook because
it's a mess. So, well, guys, thanks for tuning in to
decided to
the
change
Ada
the
and
algorithm.
Jason.
You know what I'm going to do?
What are you
I
going
have
to
the
do?
wrong computer. I can't even connect to I can't hard connect to this. I was going to connect to my computer with the router, but you know what the problem is? I don't have my computer, which has the network thingy on it. Nope. So we're gonna have to try to get to this.
You know, listen.
Are we in a weird place in life or a weird place on the planet?
Yes. All of the above. The nice thing is we can see who's talking.
Yeah.
Like who's chiming in. So
yeah, that is kind of a maybe instead of going through what we're doing today, we make a YouTube page and then we link the YouTube page to the thing.
We could do that.
Might be easier. But I like how you can see who's here.
Yeah, I do too,
I like how you can see who's here. But our contest, a contest. What's up, Chad? Yeah, we know who you are. I know who you are, lady.
Oh,
no,
Ada,
the Tesla sub box
didn't
get finished. I'm working on it now. It is. Well, everybody's kind of waiting for that. I mean, my nephew's waiting for me to finish that. It's just kind of having a little bit of a writer's block. That's the best way I can say it. So, hi, Brian.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm anxious.
So what you're gonna see right now is. Have you been watching the videos?
Yeah, I've seen a couple of them.
Oh, this is not.
You think I don't watch the videos?
I don't know what you do. I mean, I'm gonna try to get closer to.
Oh, we got the Ada back.
Though. That's what
Hold Ada back
right now, because for some reason it don't like. Not like all this. Let's see if this works. Now I'm in my stock room. This is right next to the router. No,
that's where it was last time. That it was good.
All right.
All right.
Yeah. Michael says, let's see if this works a little bit better. I think it's going to work better. I don't
So
have a
far,
chair,
so
though.
good. Michael, I
You know what
feel
worked really
your pain, man.
because it has what I need.
What do you need?
Yeah.
Are you lagging again?
I just need to make sure that since we go live on any of these fucking things, goes crazy and acts like it's an asshole. I should have probably done this from my phone. Let me try to switch to my phone.
All right.
Let me try switch to my phone.
This is why it's called hardwired, right? We should be hardwiring to the router. Oh, go back. Guys, bear with us. I promise it. Well, it might get better. Oh, I got you, Ada.
Oh, I got
There we
you.
go.
My man. All right, so let's get rid of this whole fucking disaster here. There we go. Now we're good. Now we're in business. Now we're in business. You guys are fucking great people because you stuck around
Right?
for this whole fucking goddamn like disaster that we got going on. So just to give you guys an idea of why this is happening the way it is because Jason and I, well, not Jason. The reason that I and Jason and I are having difficulties because either Facebook or StreamYard, the service that we use to do this show, does not like groups anymore. So we didn't find out until today.
Well,
I guess Jason found out last week.
I think it's this right here. Christian
so.
says it's Dean and Fernando's fault. And you know what? I agree with that. I think they did it.
All right.
I could see that.
I like this comment. I don't understand how this works. Can did that go on there?
No.
I don't know. I was gonna fuck it. Anyway, okay, we're back. We're back. We have a fucking place where we can talk. We can do all the stuff. There's some people here that probably don't know what's going on. Christian is one of Dean's followers. Actually, he's a follower of me as well. But he probably this is not like Dean's show. This is an industry show. We're gonna allow Christian in because he's already here. We're not gonna shun anyone. That's not who we are as people. We're fucking people.
Sometimes.
Yes, most times we're people. So, long story short, we got this stuff going.
It's going. So, yeah. It's hey, you know what? Life throws us curveballs, man. You gotta figure out how to hit them, right? So, all right. So, what do we want to talk about? Scott, what's up, man? You found us.
He found us. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Well, what I want to do today, now that my adrenaline is going. Like I was a little sluggish in the beginning, but my adrenaline's going now. One thing that I want to talk about is something that we talked about a little bit before, and that is Tennessee Knowledge Fest.
Yeah. Knowledge Fest was Nashville's cool. Nashville was a good time. You know, we went. So first of all, Amy and my daughters went. So they went around and hung out. They went to the Country Music Hall of Fame. They went to some wax museum, and there was a picture of Tallulah and Taylor Swift, the wax figure Taylor Swift. But she told me, I got to meet her and everything. Yeah, they took a picture with you go through this wax museum of all these people, right? And like you can hang out, take pictures with them, do all this. But it's like it's a wax figure, right? So she's telling me she met her and all this, and I'm like, yeah, okay. I'm not buying it. And then finally the cat out of the bag that it was just a wax figure, but it was pretty good, pretty lifelike.
Yeah.
And then, I brought them into the show floor so they got to walk around and see some of the cool stuff. And Josh Bowen, if you're watching, you're now Josh O. They wanted to see how Josh O was doing. So, but yeah, it was good. JVC Kenwood was there representing. Dude, Titan, that truck that Titan built, let me tell you.
It's pretty nuts.
Dude, I'm standing, I don't know, 50 feet, 75 feet away, and the floor is shaking. Like, it's stupid loud. Dave killed it on that. It looked amazing. And there was an unofficial after party at Titan Saturday night. They had a Mechanical Bull and Chris Weaver band and all that. It was a great time, man. So it was fun. I'd love to know the actual attendance, but it felt pretty soft. Classes were good. We sent 4 guys down, 3 guys down, and they all got a lot out of it. We went to some steakhouse Friday night. You
went to some steakhouse? You can't go to a steakhouse and be like, it's some steakhouse. Motherfucker, you gotta know
what
you had.
I got macaroni and cheese and some French fries.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I forgot.
So I don't know where it was, but we went there. The guys loved it. But, I was asking them, I'm like, so what did you see today? Because I got in late. And my newest guy was like all about it, man. He's telling me all kinds of stuff. And so it was good. The classes seemed really good. The installer roundtable that was done Sunday, I guess, was really, really good.
I heard good things about it.
Yeah. So all in all, I think it was a decent event. You should have went.
Nah, I had
You had to wash your hair?
No, I had a car show where I debuted my S2000.
Yeah, that's right. And you took home some hardware, right?
Yes, sir. We did pretty good. We spanked the shit out of every S2000 that was there. It was pretty fucking awesome. And it's one thing to win, because a car show is it's a car show. It's stupid, right? But when the competitors you're up against are like, man, this thing is fucking crazy. It makes you feel good, and makes you feel good. But you also know that you got some respect because you brought something that they like and they understand. They just got their asses kicked. There's nothing they can do about it.
Yeah, I mean, I do. I miss going to car shows and having cars and shows and stuff like that. But I don't know. I don't know what I would do now. I mean, I'm not ready to build my Lincoln yet. I'm not financially ready to build my Lincoln yet. So
it's like having a baby.
I know. So
you can't be ready. You just have to do it. If this week all you can afford is fuzzy dice, get the fuzzy dice. You know what I mean?
That's true. Well, I'm getting ready to redo my undone Lexus. So
you got to redo the car that you never finished.
Yeah, I'm changing it. Changing the amps and then finishing the enclosure. So
okay,
maybe, but I think that's happening.
Yeah. Well,
actually, I know
really
that's happening. So
I can't really talk. I have a lot of unfinished projects. A lot.
Well, yeah. I got to get my house done. My girls' birthdays are May and June, and I think Tallulah, whose birthday's in June, I think is at our house.
Her name is Tallulah?
Yeah.
That is fucking amazing. I love that name.
Tallulah and Penelope. So yeah, I don't even think I told you at Easter, our first floor flooded.
You did?
Yeah. So I just finished that. Now I got to paint and trim and then, all the dumb stuff. But anyways,
I can't even. So we need to do floors and stuff in my house. It's like floors are 10 grand and painting is 5 grand. And I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna go figure out a way to make 10 grand or 15 grand basically. That's what I'm gonna do.
that's why I did it myself and why it took me too long. But
All the tech classes were better than the ones in Indy. Jack wants to know how you spell your daughter's name, Tallulah.
Tallulah.
That's nice.
What do you mean all the tech classes were better than the ones in Indy? How so? I'd love to hear how or why.
JT was there.
Who was there? Uh-oh.
JT Torres.
Was he?
Yeah. Yeah. JT was there. He
I
was
didn't-
doing
I didn't
stuff with
see it.
Nalika. I heard he had a pretty badass what you call it? Class.
Must have been on Friday, maybe. I don't know. I don't usually look at the tech classes as much.
Yeah. Yeah. He had a super dope class for 3D printing, showing a lot of different techniques and stuff like that.
Yeah, that probably would have been a great class.
Yeah.
So
I love how my wife literally, she's calling me during the show. I text her, I'm like, we're in the show. And she just keeps texting.
mine would do the same thing.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
I don't
So
understand.
we got Atlantic City coming up in June. I will be there.
I will
you
be
said
there.
you're going, so we'll both be there. I'm sure we'll do some live event there, but that's going to be so. Atlantic City's sold out. The floor is sold out completely. They said so. I
That's
think
awesome.
Atlantic City is going to be huge. I would highly recommend booking your hotel like now, if they've got the room rates available, because I got a feeling it's going to sell out. So
Well, I'm going to be smart. I'm probably not going to be at the venue. I'm probably going to get a suite at a different hotel because
Yeah,
I can have all my guys in a suite in a different hotel. It's cheaper.
Yep.
I think we'll see what happens.
Are you going to take the crew?
You guys are going to see the mysterious Absolute Electronics crew. You're going to see all of them. You guys will have your shot. You guys will have your shot.
There you go. Well, you'll see the Cook clan. They're going. So
Okay.
I mean, that's kind of how Nashville happened. So Amy last year when they announced, she texted me and was like, "We're going to Nashville and Atlantic City next year." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And so I talked to her later. She goes, "Oh yeah, you didn't see Knowledge Fest is going to be in Nashville and Atlantic City." I said, "Okay, well, how does that mean you're going?"
Right.
She's like,
Right.
"Well, I'm going." So, and obviously she won because she's going.
Right.
So yeah.
But you know what, Jason? It's not like you're out being
No.
crazy. You know what I mean? You're the same.
Yep, I am. I mean, I'll be down at the hotel lobby. I mean, that's it. So, and they get it. I'll go upstairs, put them to bed, and then I'll be down. So,
Andy Waymeyer
I heard that.
had a
So
great class on mid-base.
I wanted to check that out, but there was a sales class at the same time that I wanted to check out. I think it was social media, which, by the way, the new MEA social media girl is she's good. So
Isn't that James's girl?
I don't think so.
Like a
No,
heavy
it's
set
Thomas
lady?
Keenan's girl, you mean? Or you mean James uses her?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure, because it's in that whole group.
I see.
But she was really good.
I see.
So
Jay's wife is going to spend all his money on the one-armed bandits. Your wife is not a gambler.
no, she's not. So, or at least I don't know. I've never been to a casino with her because we don't really do that. But I guess we'll find out. Ada, where'd you go? We're having all the difficulties tonight. So, what was your favorite takeaway from Knowledge Fest, Michael? Scott, my wife's going to spend all your money, by the way, not mine. Yes, 1,000% out is a mess. That's right. That's right, Chris. And then there was me. All you got to do is look at this big 5 head right here. You guys know who it is. So Jack, you're the second person that said the rooms are crazy. I guess I'm still on Nashville money because that was stupid too. I told my wife we wouldn't stay at the host hotel because it was like $300 a night. And then when we finally got around to booking, it was like 2 and change for like nothing. So it was pretty bad. I think Scott said it was like $600 for 4 nights. I don't think that's horrible, but I don't go to Atlantic City. Maybe that's stupid high normally over there. So yeah, she's definitely in Thomas's group, but I felt like she really knew her stuff. Yeah, Chris, it's going to be a good time for sure, man. I think I saw you in Vegas for a couple minutes. So yeah, we'll have to get together for sure. That's a good idea, Scott. We ought to try that. So Scott says it was $670 for 4 nights. I don't think that's horrible, I guess. Ada just texted me, said his phone died. That guy. Man, Ada, listen, buddy. You're going to have to get your stuff together, man. All these guys are telling me that I need to find a new partner. I don't know.
Oh man. Well, part of my issue is I'm just fucking like I burn it at both ends, bro.
I know, dude.
I need to stop. It's getting like worse and worse. I'm gonna tell you guys a story that happened to me, and I'm not necessarily proud of this story, but I was driving the other day. Well, there's 2 stories. I was driving the other day, and I got off the highway, and I went to go back on the highway. I just stopped to get coffee, so I went to go back on the highway. When I got back on the highway, I just stopped. I was like, where the fuck? I had no idea where the fuck I was, right? For like 10 seconds. So I'm sitting on the on ramp I'm in my Corvette, so I'm sitting on the on ramp. I'm like, wait, am I going the right way on this fucking road? So I didn't know if I would
Dude.
bad, so bad. So then like I saw a car coming on the on ramp, on the exit ramp on the other side. I was like, oh, I'm good. Then I kept driving.
Oh my gosh, man. Yeah, I don't know how you do it, bro, because you are nonstop.
Well, it's not gonna be for long, dude. I'm telling you, it's getting to the point where I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Like I'm like, where the fuck am I?
Yeah, that's
No, I wish it were a normal beltway backup, but like I said, I was the only car on the on ramp, and there was no one behind me and no one in front of me, so I didn't know if I had gone the wrong way on the fucking on ramp. And then the other day I was working, right, and we had this Audi Q8, and it's got those motorized fucking stupid ass whatever's, right. By the way, I have a really good trick for this if you guys ever have customers, because you can do a system in there, and once you do the system, the actual amp controls those things going up and down. So you know what I did? I got a TR12, and then I had a TR7, and I had all this fucking shit everywhere. And I'm like trying to figure it out, and whatever. So I called tech support for amp, and I'm on the phone with one of the guys, and he's like, "What are you trying to do now?" And he's like, "Oh yeah." And you have this real convoluted way of doing it. I was like, "No, dude, I want to open and close like a keyless entry." Like just like that. Like I need when the car turns on, you would normally lock the doors and then those would go up. And then when the car turns off, it would unlock or and they would come down. Right. And then he was like, yeah, I understand what you're saying. I was like, yeah, like a keyless entry. I kept saying that. And then I was like, fuck. I just went and grabbed the keyless entry and did it with that. So
Heck yeah.
with 3 second, I have VEI when you have 3 second door locks. I just did it. So yeah, I was fucking lucky.
Nice. That's cool. I think.
But Michael, that's
talking
a
about-
known. That's known, Michael. That's known. It's a knownity.
I have that.
It's a knownity. Hey man, look, this is the thing about mid bass that I think a lot of people don't understand. And I may not be the perfect person to articulate the science behind it, but what I figured out is the mid bass being really tight and punchy in a three-way set isn't the mid bass, it's the mid
No,
range.
it's the mid.
It's the mid, yeah.
Because that
Mid-
tight, punchy bass that you're looking for, like that snap on the snare and all that's like
Mhm.
400 hertz.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So a lot of times, people have tried to increase the or lower the crossover frequency for the mid bass,
Yeah.
and it just turned into like a poopy door panel
Yep.
sounding
Yep.
ass.
It's funny. Dan Wilson did a vet a while back and did SV200s in the doors. So like the mid-range driver from Hertz,
Mhm.
and like I forget what 3 and Tweet from Hertz or Audison or whatever. But anyways, it freaking jammed, dude. Because that that mid-range driver just freaking got it. So it was nice.
One of the fucking coolest things about car audio is, and I like to say this, and I don't know if this is 100% accurate, but I want to say it anyway, and I'll just put it out there. Is I think the most important driver in the car is mid range. The tweeter kind of like supports the top end, and the sub and the mid kind of just take care of those lower frequencies. I think that most important driver, that super duper important driver, is going to be that 3 inch or 2.5 or 4 inch or whatever that driver is. It's going to help.
Because that's, I mean, let's face it, the higher the frequency, the more directional. So that mid, so many people miss that. And I mean, I think you can get the same result with a good two-way that you can with a three-way if it's tuned properly. But I still think adding that third, that mid-range, just a dedicated mid-range changes the game, man. Like I can't imagine going back to a two-way at this point.
Well, I mean, sometimes you need to. I have two ways going in my S2 right now that are pretty badass. I actually did it last night. I did a Blackbird on GB10s and GB25, or GB10s and GB60s.
Yeah.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah.
It's okay, Michael. Well, I don't mean to beat you up. I'm just being silly. And we understand. It's not.
You know what though? That's a good point. So like I get it. You didn't know. And I mean, I didn't either until I saw it. Then it's like, yeah, I do realize that. But here's the thing, man. And that's the best part about Knowledge Fest. Nobody's teaching anything new like that is unheard of, right? We're all just regurgitating something that we heard and that we feel works for us. But like it's that repeat knowledge and like, I can't tell you how many times I've sat through a sales class and it's like, yeah, I know this, but wait, I quit doing this. Why did I quit doing this? Because it works. So,
Yep.
I mean, that's the best part. And that's why these groups exist, like the Sales Pros group and Connected and all that, is because we want to help you. How many times do you forget something in a day, right? Ada doesn't even remember if he's on the right on-ramp.
Right. Well, what's funny is hey, Gary, I'm hungry. One of the major parts to what I have, why 12 Volt Connected is I was watching a video, and I shared this on 12 Volt Connected the other day. Mr. Beast, when he was doing it, did you see that?
I saw what you watched. I didn't watch it, but my kids watch Mr. Beast all the time. I didn't even know who he was.
Well, he's fucking the most successful YouTuber there is.
Right.
So I was watching this thing he did, and it was basically when he started, he had it was like a group of guys that were doing YouTube, and they would get on a Zoom call when they first wake up in the morning, and they would stay on that Zoom call all day, 10 o'clock at night. They get off the Zoom call, go to bed. But what they were doing is they were sharing all the different mistakes that they made, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, Jay, if you run a razor blade down the middle of a window, you're going to scratch it, right? So instead of you having to learn that lesson, someone else learns the lesson, they share it. And that's the one thing. This is why I always made it really kind of important that we share our failures, because the failures are what will spring somebody forward a lot faster, because they
Right.
don't have to do the same. They don't have to do the same mistakes to get better, right? That's, to me, the whole purpose of 12 Volt Connected. I will say this, that you guys do a great job. There's a whole group of guys that take it upon themselves on Mondays to have their own call.
Yeah.
It's kind of awesome, and instead of meeting one day a week, they don't leave it up to someone else. They grab all the people that they normally have on the call, and like last night, Dean was on the call. But guys, when you're taking the initiative to get to the next level, like Michael, just walking into a class and just being able to listen, right? Being able to talk to these guys that have had thousands and
Yeah.
thousands of hours of experience when you're just starting out. And it's a big deal, man.
Yeah.
It's such a big deal. So
Yep. Yeah. I mean, we always say, when we go to these trade shows and stuff, like the show is cool and all, but that's not where the magic happens. The magic happens at the hotel bar and stuff afterwards, and not
right.
because we're getting all crazy and lit. It's just because of the networking and talking to people and becoming friends with people over time, and knowing that if you have a problem, you can reach out to so many different people on so many different levels. It's crazy to me. I don't know of other industries like that. It's wild to me how our industry works.
Well, I think that when you get to a certain level, you think that you need to stop learning. And
Right.
like you said, you forget the stuff that you learn.
Yeah.
And one of the biggest eye openers for that for me was Dell Ellis. So I've told this story 100 times. This is 101. But I paid Dell to tell me everything I already knew.
Yep.
I just needed a reminder.
Yeah.
So, another person that I think actually does a really good job of reminding you who you are or what you need to do. Um, it was Korean, Chris. I'm pretty sure it was Korean. Um, is Brian Schmidt. He does a great job of
Yeah.
putting you in a position where you can win. I really, and he did that for you guys. You guys, your whole garage is set up after, for success from what he does. And the other important part of all this is the third eye view, or bird's eye view
Yeah.
of a situation. You can't see what's going on in the woods because you're in the fucking woods, right? So, what do you think, Jason?
No, I agree. I mean, when you're in the thick of it, I think Todd and Danielle, they hired a business coach years ago, and they'll tell you that was the best thing they ever did, and it's because it got them to work on the business and not in the business. Because
Right.
when you're in it, think about. There's been so many people that say this, but like when you walk through the door of your store, right? How many times do you see the same piece of trash or the same piece of paper laying or whatever it is sitting there, and you don't do anything about it because now you're just immune to it because you see it every day, all day long. Case in point, I pointed out a pile earlier, and I just thought about the fact that it's still sitting here. So I'm making a note now to fix that tomorrow. But it's like, you become immune when you're in it every single day. Whereas when you can walk in, it's like, oh my gosh, what are you guys doing? Why is it so dusty in here? Why is the product not fronted? Why are there old speakers on the display? All that stuff.
Right. So one of the funny things is yesterday I came in. I typically like to get here kind of later in the day so the guys have their opportunity to get their bearings, before I come in and start fucking shaking up the day,
Right.
Because I'm a total fucking disaster. Because I walk in, I'm like right now, there's 2 amps that used to be on display that aren't on display. Like, why don't we have new amplifiers on display? You know what I mean?
I can't stand that, man.
Well, I came in yesterday and one of the head units was puked out. Like, so the head unit's not on the board, but all the wiring is just sticking out.
Yep.
Like, dude, go grab. We have fucking plates. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I don't know. It's just coming from where I came from in retail, and I just pick my battles, bro. When I come in here and I'm on 2 hours of sleep or whatever it is, I'm not gonna argue with these guys.
Yeah, and you have to kind of pick your battles too, right? Because nobody wants to be that guy.
Yes.
I don't want to be the negative guy that all I'm doing is yelling at him. Like, we had a meeting on Friday, and I swear that's all I did. And I told him like 3 different times, like, look, I'm not trying to point you out. I'm not trying to pick on you. I'm just telling you guys, like, this stuff has to be fixed. Like, tighten up.
Right.
What happens is, and this happens with me, and it happens, I think, with everybody, is you get laxed. Like, you get comfortable with what you got going on, especially when you're busy, because it's like, man, this money's coming in. I don't need to follow up with people. I don't need to, I can be selective on if I'm answering this phone, or if I'm letting him answer the phone, or, whatever. Like, and it's tough because it's what you do, when you're busy.
Naturally, right.
Yeah, it's the afterthought. Yep.
Right.
So,
yeah. But I mean, this is the thing. I keep using this excuse, but it is a valid excuse. My guys worked every fucking day during the pandemic. Those 2.5, 3 years, they worked through it, and they need a break. I think the break might be over because this place is a fucking hot mess.
Yeah,
we need to get it together. So
again,
this is me sharing in our failures. So the parts that we're not firing on all cylinders on. You know what I mean?
Yep. I do.
And if I can get it to a point where everybody's happy in the shop, I'm happy, they're happy, then we're in shape. The problem is when it's kind of in the disarray, nobody's really happy, man.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever heard, like, a dirty room is a dirty mind, right?
Yep.
So, what's up? So some of my YouTube people are coming in.
It's all right.
I'm in termite biz
like
with details, observation.
Yeah, listen to your customers. It's 1,000%. My clients will tell me so much about me, and what's going on. And I've got a lot of clients that have been clients of mine for way too long. I'm doing their kids' cars, and they've come in before, and I've had people tell me, hey, you know what? You need to tighten up with this guy or that guy. Like, just trying to help me out. And I love that.
But you know what? There are some clients, and the customer's always right, but the customer's also wrong, right?
1,000%.
So one thing that has been for the last, I'm gonna do a video about it. This is how much it's been bothering me. I am going to do a video about the volume level. Okay. So we had the same S8 that we were talking about earlier with the fucking motorized tweeter.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, yeah, man, I want to tune everything to 16. I'm like, no. We're going to tune it right.
Yeah.
No, I'm the customer. I'm right. I was like, you know what? You're right. Tune it to 16. Chris was tuning it. So Chris did the whole thing. Thing had fucking engine noise because gains were fucking jacked up. You know what I mean? Thing had, all kinds of fucking problems. So when the next day he called, he's like, man, Chris, I really don't want to keep coming back and forth, but like, man, this I don't like this. Dude, you don't like it because you didn't listen to what we had to tell you. You know what I mean? I really wish manufacturers of cars, if you were watching this, for the off chance that you were watching some dude in Podunk, fucking Washington, D.C., Maryland, area of Maryland, stop putting number on head units. Stop putting the number on the fucking dial, bro. Stop it. Because what the fuck does it even mean? You're just telling these motherfuckers some shit.
It goes to 11. That's what it means.
Oh, fuck that thing, man.
Right?
That shit makes me fucking mad.
I like this. I don't feel that it's harder. I feel it's twofold. I think part of it is because they're more educated in the wrong ways. So there's Reddit, there's Facebook, there's Twitter. There's so many places to get information. There's YouTube, and so they come in armed thinking they know what they're talking about, right? And then so you have to uneducate them and re-educate them to what is right in their particular situation, because what they don't realize is, yes, your radio may have this or that, and you have to fix that. But like, why and how do we do it? And it doesn't apply in your situation, type of thing. So I don't know. I think some people, in my opinion, seem more entitled nowadays. Like a lot of these kids, but I think that's because we're old men that sit on our porch now and drink homemade tea or whatever. I don't know.
So let me ask you this: what if it's not the customers? What
It
if
could
it's,
be us, like I said. We're just
that's what I'm
old
saying.
and, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. If I think about, the questions I ask, we're probably asking more detailed questions, right?
Yeah.
So once we give them that question, we're giving them another thing to think about, right? And
True.
then that might be a sticking point. I mean, I just
Yeah.
thought of that this second.
No, that's a good point. And I think, but so yes, 1,000%. And I also think it's important to explain to them why you're asking that. Like we get people in here, they get mad when they call the shop. Well, how much to do that? I want to change my speakers out. How much? Well, I don't know. Well, what do you mean? You're the professional. How do you not know what it's going to take to do it in this car? Well, I've worked on that car a million different times for a million different people. I haven't worked on it for you. What is it that you don't like?
Right.
And then get down to the brass tacks of things and why you want to change your speakers. And then I can show you the real reason of in the real product of what you need. Like, okay, for your vehicle and your listening pleasure, I think you need X, Y, and Z, not A, B, and C, So yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's one of those things that we won't know the answer to the question because it changes with every customer. It's a moving target. And so that's kind of like, there are guys that have been in retail for so long. They're like, oh, I can't do retail anymore. I'm just fucking done with it. I fucking hate it. I'm not. And, for the few times that we have problems, and we do have problems because we're a retail location, we try to, well, I try to compartmentalize those issues, right? So like today I had an issue. It wasn't an issue, but today I had, one of the realizations about stores, all stores, your store, my store, any store that has a large male presence. We had this young lady come in. She's tiny, little itty bitty thing, right? She came in, and there's 3-4 guys standing at the counter, and she came in, and she was instantly. I could see her kind of lock up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's gonna spark a different kind of response. Like I'm gonna be a little nicer when the hello, hi, like a little more, little more pep, a little more pinky up. So I talked to her, and the entire time, you can always tell when somebody's uncomfortable when they just very close to the door, right? She didn't walk into. She just opened the door and was as close as she could be to the door, right? And that kind of situation, that's going to take more time. But she definitely was here for a problem. So I knew at that point that I had to go out. I had to do the extra kind of kit gloves type stuff, right? So that she would feel more comfortable. So there's another thing that I posted in 12 Connected, if you guys could see, and it was people don't buy on price. They do, they're aware of price, but they buy from people they like.
Yep.
The chances of me closing something on a job that the guy absolutely fucking hates me would only be out of necessity.
Yeah.
Right. So
that's why, like with my guys, I preach how important it is to be able to turn over the sale. And they're all, I know we're in a public forum now, but anyways, my guys are on commission.
Yeah, but the two guys that are in here are into sales. I think Frenchie, he's one of my customers for my S2000 stuff. I think he's a realtor, and Christian said he sells
pest control.
He says a termite. Yeah. So you could be selling a car, a fucking radio, this stupid ass harness. You could be selling anything.
All the same.
All of it kind of is the
we're
same.
we're so about relationship building here, and that, you know, if I'm not vibing with somebody, man, I know, like, I know how to get out of it. And that's hard to teach a lot of these guys because they're hungry, right? They want to eat. And if I turn the sale over, then I'm not getting paid on it. And it's like, no, look, turn the sale over. I'll make sure you get paid.
Right.
Because that's money going out my door. Like, I want you to be comfortable enough to say, hey, look, you know, hey, what do you think, Jay? And get me into the sale. And I'm gonna follow your lead. Like, if I see you start to back out, it's cool. I'm gonna step in. Now,
Right.
if it's just because you don't feel like dealing with it, that's a different situation. But, you know,
Well, I think it's a better situation. If you don't feel like dealing with it, let somebody who is ready to do it do it.
no, I'm saying about giving them the sale. Like, if you're bailing on it because you don't feel like doing your job, then that's different.
I don't think it's different. I think it's the same. I would rather have someone who has an interest in helping me help me than somebody who's like, I'm trying to get cut. It's like going into a restaurant late night.
Yeah, that's
It's
a good
like
point.
the worst experience that you can get.
Yeah.
Because you're just doing anything, the salesperson or the waiter and this doing
Yeah,
anything they can do to get you out of the fucking store.
that's true. That's a good point. That's why you make all the money.
Trying. I just hope that I can. If what we talked about earlier is true, that would be a kind of an honorable thing, right? Like,
Yeah.
kind of cool.
Yeah.
Be kind of cool. No one could ever take that away from me.
Nope.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Look, the car audio industry is full of fucking characters. Just full of it.
You think?
Oh fuck yeah, dude. The one thing that I think is important to understand about our industry and the people that are representing our industry is that we can't do it alone.
No.
Right? We can't do it without our manufacturers, vendors, and the distributors, and all the other people that make it go. When one of those things breaks down, it makes it harder for the other thing to do the job. So if you say, yes, sir, we can get that for you tomorrow, and you are a distribution style shop and you have to order it, and the guy that works in the warehouse just like doesn't feel like it. When he doesn't feel like it, right? What happens?
Yeah.
In that situation, do you give the commission to the
Oh,
salesperson or divide it among all of the sales associate, or keep it for yourself?
no, if it's turned over in the right way, again, now I'm rethinking it thanks to Ada, but as of right now, when it's turned over in the proper way, I give it to them.
It should be
Because
split.
I want because if I don't and I take that deal, then they're not going to want to turn it over to me again.
No, it got to be split, bro.
Nah, I mean, not when if they're involving me, we don't split sales anymore. We used to, in our new point of sale that we did like
Paperwork
10
nightmare.
months ago. Yeah, it's a mess. So, but again, it goes back to like if you get me involved, then I want to make sure that my sales guys know they're taken care of. Now, if it's two salespeople, yeah, I mean, it gets a little tricky. And I tell all my guys, and they probably get sick of it. But look, I tell them, whatever you think's fair. And just keep in mind, whatever you do, whatever it is that you do, whatever you decide on this, when it happens to you, you better be okay with it. And you better realize that, hey, you know what? I did this to him. It's okay. So, and so far it's been good.
Commission goes to the closer.
I
So
like
this is what I like that too. But I'm going to tell you why I think a split sale is better. And I kind of think that all sales in all stores should be split between the installer and the salesperson. If there's a commission situation where they share the commission on the entire job. The reason that I think that is the installer that puts it in at some point has to have the same amount of input from the customer to do that job right. So if you have a customer sales guy team and they're putting their heads together to sell something, why should the installer who might be commissioned, sounds like this is not going to be a case in my store because there's no commission.
Yeah.
But like, why should a commission installer stop what he's doing to go out front to talk to a client?
Yeah.
Right. Like, why can't that client get dual attention from the people that are putting it in and also the people that are selling the gear? So
Yeah.
the off chance that one of the two isn't there, they have a point of contact and someone who knows what the hell's going on with the job, as opposed to like, another sales guy that just got TO'd the job and he TO'd the job, none of the information. I mean, this is all stuff that I kind of went through at MCO, where I talk about this place a lot, because it's the only job I've had in my 40 plus years of being working in, I guess it's not, I started working when I'm 13, whatever the number is, whatever that number is. Um, Whenever you get somebody who is on task, knows what's going on, they can go further with a client than someone who doesn't. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's oh, look at that. Thank you, Ada, for your support on the S2000. Bro, I'm not even close to done yet. This is for anybody who's on here and knows about the S2000. I created the ultimate sound system last night. That's going to be available very soon. And it's going to be fucking awesome for you guys. I agree with Ada, but what if the first guy, you don't know. So listen, commissions and what ifs don't
Yeah.
work. They don't work. If you guys got the sale, the what if part, throw it out the window, because all you're doing is you're gonna add more what's tension on the sales floor. If everybody's fucking splitting it, I'm good. I'm down. You know what I mean?
If we're splitting it, what do you
said.
mean? So like everybody splits every sale?
No, well that would be nice too. I like that style. I like that style where that case would be a bonus situation for the entire store, right? Like, I don't think I ever worked for a store that did that. But like say you have a manager, the manager doesn't get paid off commission. The manager gets paid off commission off what he does. He gets paid off commission off of the store, right?
Yeah.
Collective,
Yeah,
right? So, I guess what I'm saying is if you had that style, I think it's called Russian style. Russian style waiting tables, where you go in and all the waiters have one table, and that's the restaurant. Like no matter what someone asks for, it's your responsibility to bring it back. That I think would be cool to have in a situation like this, where you have a customer that comes in, one guy starts it, that guy that starts it gives all the information to the next guy. The next guy knows what's going on. Like it's constantly, no matter who comes into the store, everybody knows what's going on. Like pulling tips in a restaurant. Exactly.
Yeah, but the problem with this is, like, I'm thinking like at my shop, there's way too many people involved. So it's like playing the game of telephone.
It would be the same difference.
What do you mean?
Oh! As far as telling somebody, yes, it would be like paying.
Yeah, because it just keeps going, and then by the time it gets to the technician, it's like that's not at all what we talked about with the guy.
Right.
But I get it. This cracks me up right here because I can just picture it. So,
rubs hands like Birdman. I think Ada's saying when you throw too many variables into it, you get people thinking versus just waiting, and sometimes deal with situation like adults. Right. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Just fucking do it.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Just get it done and over with.
So here's another good one. What if the salesman is helping out a problem customer to solve an issue and misses the good sale because he was doing the right thing? Well, here's the deal. It's a team effort, and he didn't make that sale. The other person did. Yes, he was dealing with a problem, but at the same time, wouldn't it be nice if someone was dealing with a problem for him or her and he got the sale? You know what I mean? So like, it's a give. You gotta give and go, right? Yeah, give and take. Yep.
So what do you think about this? And this might be interesting for you to hear. the issue, a lot of the issues that we're talking about right now aren't commission issues. They're store culture issues.
They are.
Like, if the culture in the store isn't like happy,
Yep.
cheery, you know what I mean? It's like cutthroat. That's when you get a lot of this stuff that you guys are talking about. Like,
Yeah.
oh, just because
Yeah.
you, I missed that fucking
Right.
$10,000
Right.
sale.
And then so you don't know if, first of all, I've been doing sales for over 25 years in car audio. And I can tell you, I don't know if, since he landed a $10,000 sale, I don't know if I would have upped him if it was 10 grand. It might have been 20 grand. It might have been 2 grand. It might have been nothing. Right.
Right.
Because again, it goes back to the personalities and all that at hand. So like, you have to work together as a team. So, and I think what Melissa was talking about was actually for install, because this one, this follows up with it, and it's for install at Audio King. Whoever took a fix or a crappy install first got to choose which install they did next. So you were incentivized to take on the fix. So I have two things for that. One, that's great. But if it was a fix or a crappy install that they had to fix that was done at Audio King, and I'm not trying to like bash you at all. What I'm saying is, if the install was subpar to your standards, right? So just like here at Columbus Car Audio, if one of my technicians grabs a warranty job because the technician that did it is on another paid job or whatever, and he can't get to it, and it's a problem, it's an install related problem, and you're on commission, then what we would do is we would refund a portion of that and give it to the technician that had to fix it. As long as he can say, okay, this, and this is what the problem was, this, and this is the fix, and these three things were the fix because it was not done to our standards. Does that make sense?
Right.
Yeah.
So,
but again, it is a culture thing, because I scratch your back, you scratch my back. It's a team.
So yeah, it's a team thing. So it's really up to the management staff and the ownership to kind of set the goal of what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Melissa's making good points tonight,
Yeah,
right?
she
I mean,
is,
like say doing really tough remote start. Next guy, you get 3 Chevy truck remote starts. Yeah.
What if the guy that had 3 Chevy truck remote starts milked it for 6 hours, and the other guys had to do all the hard stuff because he didn't want to, so he just sat there because there's a hard job coming up? Like, again, it goes back to culture and teamwork.
Right.
Like, hey man, you know what? I know I just got caked up. I did 3 of these Chevy trucks and they were plug and plays, no big deal. And you were stuck here for 6 hours on a hardwired Volvo, which thank God we don't do, but whatever. Hey, here's some cake here, get fed. Here's some of this. You know what I mean?
Wait. What kind of cake are you talking about?
What? I mean, no, what I'm saying is, so you got a guy that did these 3 cake installs, and you got another guy that got his butt kicked for the same amount of time, and the next job is up. Whoever's running that, or those 2 guys, they need to say, you know what? Hey, I need some good stuff here. I need something easy. So here's an easy one. Take it. Right. You know what I mean? Like again, I think it's culture. It's culture related. But that's easy for me to say because I'm not. Sorry, I didn't mean to click on that, but I did. I'm not in your store, so I don't know. But that's what I would say. And just like you're seeing, and people do have those issues, but it's a deeper rooted issue, right? Because I can tell you right now, I don't mind at all. Of course, a lot of it is honestly my job at this point, but I don't mind at all jumping in to help a problem customer. That's not anything to do with me, but it is everything to do with me because it's the company that I work for.
Right. That's the culture. They cultivated that with you when you first got there. What's really hard is to turn culture, right?
Yes. It's like moving a freight train.
Right. So and one thing that it's hard for me, and it's hard for probably a lot of folks, honestly, is going, hey, we're not going to do this anymore. We're going to do this. And then what's the very first response to that? So why?
Yeah.
You've done it like this for so long. It works. Yep. Right.
Yeah, it's tough. And I tell you, you know what else is tough and people don't realize is the anchors that you have. So these people that don't live up to your culture, don't give a crap, they're actually a drain on your culture and on your good employees. Because even though, it's just them, they don't make as much because maybe your staff's on commission or even if they're hourly and you're paying them a low hourly, it doesn't matter. It's the fact that they're not pulling their weight. So
Yeah. Hang on. I'm doing
The stuffs.
Yeah, I'm doing multiple things. All right. So, what do you mean, why, Christian? What are you talking about? This is actually a good conversation. I love
Yeah,
it
it
when we
is.
don't have anything going and we have it just kind of a natural, like little.
It does, man. It works really good when we do that. I'm getting ready to jump over to my phone so I can start heading out
Yeah.
because
Well, I
I
mean,
don't
we've
think we
been
should
on
end
for an
this.
hour, so
I know, but it's still going. So unless you guys feel otherwise,
no, we can keep going. We're fine.
yeah.
You know what? I never understood. I never understood car installers. So I'm going to tell you a story that happened today. We're doing this Cadillac CTS-V, and with the Metro kit and a 9000, like a 9500.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, that's like the perfect radio for that stupid dash kit. So he had it in the dash kit, but it was kind of far out. And I was like, "Hey, dude, why don't you take those two screws out and just move that whole thing back? We're just having a regular conversation." And he turned to me and he was like, "Well, I mean," blah, blah, blah. I was like, "No, dude, just take those two screws out and like back it up." I'm like, why do we have to have the conversation? I just never understood that about installing. My entire life. They're gonna end up doing it
Yeah.
every time. It's like,
Yep.
God damn it, just I flipped out a little bit. I was like, God damn it, why don't you just do what I ask you to do?
Oh, hold on. Sorry.
Oh. No, I said why I typed why no, I said why I typed why right as you said changing culture. Oh, I got you. I got you. Oh, is that a question, Melissa? Put foam on top and the bottom of the head unit so there's no gap and looks much better. I guess it depends on how you put said foam on.
Adam, why didn't you tell me it's so much nicer on the phone?
I don't think it's nicer. It's harder to do like. It's harder to do certain stuff. Like I can't put her comment. Like I can't put comments from there up.
Oh,
Takes two
I
seconds and
can't
looks
either.
better. Let's say it's Chrysler kit with the two wings.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Okay, so let me just say this. Something that a lot of you guys don't know. I'm an installer, 100%. I don't think I'll ever not be an installer. I am not a head unit installer. So I'm not familiar with that. I'm familiar with the whole concept of all the stuff, but I am not Metro model numbers, this 956511. I know what that is. Only because I figured it out from what she said. I don't know those fucking numbers. I don't know no numbers. I know 1721. I know that.
Oh
Because
yeah, because it's a
of
Honda.
what it's a Honda S2000 part. So look, what's the 1756? What's that?
1756 is a Ford. Or
Right.
wait, no, I don't know what that is.
Yeah. Look at Lancer because you're using an iPhone. My man. My man. We're not gonna get into all that.
Whatever. Oh, hold on a second.
So,
I'm walking through the garage.
so one day my road trip will be out of shop now. Jay's in Ohio and also Angels in Utah. Yes. Well, you're more than welcome to stop by, dude. We've always got a lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff. It's almost overwhelming some days. We exclusively order the Alpine brackets from Pack Parts now. It looks so much better. That's what's up. What's up, dude? There's nothing like having your own solution to something like a simple problem for something you always do. You know.
That makes it great.
Yes, that makes it awesome. Makes it awesome. Makes it awesome. Man.
Us too at that point, and well, all your calls.
I'm sorry.
So, I just said anytime you can simplify it, you're cutting down so much of your cost, labor costs, and all that. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh, there you are. Is this thing working or no? Are we
It's
good
working. Yeah, we're good.
still?
We're
Okay.
good. We're good. So anyway, what's this? Oh, so what radios are you talking about, Melissa? Because if it's what I think you're talking about, I have complained and complained and complained and complained, complained and complained. Jay's on CarPlay now, so we can't see him anymore.
What?
Yeah, your fucking face is gone, homeboy. StreamYard has taken you, but we can still hear you, so it's
Here,
okay.
no, I got you. Hold on. We're good.
Right, it's the Kenwoods and the JVCs, man. I
This
don't
is a Grom.
understand why you guys do JVC, Jace.
We do.
Do you know what she's talking about? The short ass fucking stupid dumbass shit that they do, like El Chameleon screen.
What do you mean? What are you talking about? You talking about the short chassis?
Short chassis, yeah.
Yeah, but what's that have to do with anything?
Well, that's what she's talking about. She's talking about here. Look, I have the same dash kit. Same dash kit. Let's see if I can do this. Oh yes, we can totally do this. The lip on this versus the lip on this fucking thing. This thing's sitting in as much as this thing's sitting out.
Can't you just adjust it?
No, because there's no lip. It's literally like if you take that little lip. Oh no. Oh, if you take that little lip, and Pioneer's doing it too. Ugh, why? Why?
Oh, you're talking about the lip on the bottom of the Kenwoods that like the little. And Sony's doing it too, though, with their with the 8500. It's got a lip on it.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm
You're
talking
talking about the
so-
very bottom.
I'm talking about a regular double den in the Kenwood JVC has a short nose where the screen doesn't have the screen doesn't have the screen is flush. It doesn't have like a trimming around it. And that trimming sits inside the kit. If you saw what I was doing,
I know.
it
I
was,
think I know exactly what you're talking about. It's on the
yeah.
lower end, like the lower end ones that have the ghosted buttons on the left side.
Yes.
Yeah, that does. It's stupid.
Yeah.
It's dumb. I know what you're saying.
Doesn't make any sense to me. But
No. I don't get it. And my technician, my senior tech freaking hates it because he's like, he's very, very, very anal and picky.
right.
So he's not a fan. But all right, you're gonna have to read comments or whatever because I can't while I'm driving.
No, well, I think we're at an hour plus after we've already fucking fucked around. So I think that we can call this one it.
All right.
I really appreciate you guys jumping over. Just know that I think to make this easier, Jay, we can just
Start a
make
channel.
Yeah. Start a channel.
And we'll just share it in both groups.
Right.
But yeah, it's been great, guys. I really appreciate you bearing with us through all the technical craziness and all that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's just awesome that you guys took the time, and I really hope that we can keep the show going with a lot of cool stuff. And there's a lot of cool stuff we have planned. So
yes. Yep.
We just got to get it done. So, all right, guys, we appreciate you guys.
Yep. Have a good night, everybody.
Later.